Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Dr. MUKHISA KITUYI and surfaced in the company of Martha Karua and the Third Way Alliance party leader Ekuru Okwot. And during MUKHISA KITUYI's statement, MUKHISA agreed with Jimmy Wanjigi's Odious debt facts. And in the statement that MUKHISA KITUYI issued, he said it doesn't make sense getting a loan to pay a loan, or getting a loan to finance a project, then you don't finance that project and then force Kenyans to pay for that loan through taxes.
Is debt that is incurred not for the benefit of the people, but to oppress them. And what have we seen? We are borrowing not to build schools, hospitals, or infrastructure that lift the nation. We are borrowing to pay other loans. A vicious cycle that enriches foreign lenders while impoverishing the people of Kenya. What development can arise from such an arrangement? What prosperity can come from a system that prioritizes debt repayment over the welfare of its citizens?
That is what MUKHISA KITUYI, the doctor, said. I believe all of you remember the history of MUKHISA KITUYI, the former Under-Secretary General of UN Trade and Development. I believe you still remember the history of Dr. MUKHISA KITUYI. So I want us to go extensively into this issue MUKHISA raised, because it borders around the fact, it borders around the story that Jimmy Wanjigi previously unveiled about Odious debt. I believe you still remember that story. So before I get further on this analysis, please like this video. It's so important. If you like this video, I'm so grateful for everyone who has been liking our videos. I don't take that for granted. Subscribe to our channel if you've not subscribed before, and to existing subscribers, thank you so much for your support. Now, there's a time, I think about 8 months ago, and during that time, Dr. MUKHISA KITUYI asked Kenyans not to pay for the odious debt, that the people who stole these funds are the ones who are supposed to be held accountable. They should pay. They should be taken to court. They should be jailed. Their assets should be repossessed. Money should be recovered. They are the ones who are supposed to pay this odious debt. Now, you remember the story. That's part of the reasons why maybe Jimmy Wanjigi has been at loggerheads with the government, and you find that this is what is happening to Jimmy Wanjigi. Arrests, frustrations, left, right, and center, all because Jimmy Wanjigi has been talking about odious debt. Why should a government borrow money and then only to give citizens a burden of paying this money that was borrowed, money that did not sustain the intended project? This is what they refer to as odiousness. I want to take you to an explosive statement. For perhaps if you didn't watch the statement or didn't watch that video where MUKHISA KITUYI was unleashing these issues regarding odious debt, I want you to take few of your minutes and watch this video. You will get a lot from what MUKHISA KITUYI said. So just watch this video.
Odious debt is debt that is incurred not for the benefit of the people, but to oppress them. And what have we seen? We are borrowing not to build schools, hospitals, or infrastructure that lift the nation. We are borrowing to pay other loans. A vicious cycle that enriches foreign lenders while impoverishing the people of Kenya. What development can arise from such an arrangement? What prosperity can come from a system that prioritizes debt repayment over the welfare of its citizens? This borrowing, dear patriots, is not only reckless but unconstitutional. Article 201 of our Constitution says, out of the principles of public finance, openness, accountability, and assurance that public debt shall only be incurred in a manner that ensures future generations are not saddled with untenable burdens. Yet here we are, our sovereignty compromised by those who wield the pen of fiscal irresponsibility. We have become beggars in our own country. Behold to international financiers whose interests lie not in the development of Kenya, but in the perpetuation of our financial dependency. Let's examine this closely. A nation may borrow to build highways that connect its people, ports that enable trade, and power grids that illuminate its future. But to borrow simply to repay existing loans, this is madness, a betrayal of the highest order. This is not the borrowing of a nation intent on development. It's the borrowing of a regime intent on its own survival. The funds are not being used to uplift the people, but to stave off the inevitable collapse that comes when greed and mismanagement become the order of the day. And let's not forget the recent Eurobond, issued at the punitive interest rate of 10.37%. What does this tell us about how the world views Kenya? We are no longer seen as a nation of hope, but as a nation of risk, a place where lenders demand exorbitant returns because they doubt our ability to repay. And don't you forget, the Eurobond was borrowed at a rate higher than the interest on the mature debt that we were offloading. We borrowed more expensive money to pay for cheaper money. That is kicking the can down the road for the next generation to suffer. This is the price of fiscal irresponsibility, and it's a price that will be paid not by those in power, but the mwananchi, the ordinary Kenyan who wakes up every morning to eke out a living, only to find that the hard-earned money is being used to service debts that never benefited them and they never agreed to.
Very well, ladies and gentlemen, that is what Dr. MUKHISA KITUYI said in a press briefing, and you can see from the video the people accompanying Dr. MUKHISA KITUYI, just like I said, Martha Karua and Ekuru Okwot and a couple of other Gen Zs. If you remember, Martha Karua has been positioning herself as a champion of the Gen Z. That's why you find that the people surrounding Martha Karua there as literally youths. So most likely based on that arrangement, Martha Karua wants to milk on the youth vote, the youth basket. Because right now, these youths will not vote for William Ruto based on what everyone else is saying. But, you know, kura ni siri yako. So most likely people can say A, but they do B. But as it stands, the rate of those people want to vote for this government against those who will never vote for the government, the ratio is maybe 4-1. Out of 4 people, only 1 will vote. 4 people, only 1 will vote. It means that if that is the way it's going to be like, then it means Ruto is going to lose. So Martha Karua has been using Gen Zs lately to champion her agenda. Exactly. So perhaps if you're watching this video and have not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until we catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.